jumping into the next day. Still cold as hell here in Berlin. 1 Celsius once again, but just starting to explore the city. So today I'm going a little bit more up north to explore that part of the city. So yeah, let's go. So the first destination of the day is Tiergarten, which is a big, huge park just west of the center of Berlin. You know, I know Garten means garden, you know, garden of something, not sure exactly, but there are a few monuments and attractions here, so I decided to move into the different direction in order to explore the city of Berlin today. It's still cold. It rained a little bit last night, so you know, it didn't help whatsoever, but max degrees today, I think they said 2 degrees, so yeah. And a quick glance at the residential part here in Berlin. You know, sometimes I just walk through certain places and I wonder, man, do they ever get featured? Do they ever get filmed, you know, in different parts of the city, just showing their normal life, you know, then people just moving on. Of course, there's no people right now on the street because it's bloody cold, but you know, just daily stuff that you would find everywhere else, like in all of Europe. You may find a place looking like this, you know, residential apartment complex blocks, whatever, in Belarus, in Madrid, in Romania, whatever the case may be. But yeah, just a quick little thought there. I was actually just sitting there at the stoplight and thinking, man, I wonder if this part of Berlin was ever showcased in a video. So huge roundabout right here with a humongous statue right in the middle and a gold sculpture of an angel or some sort of right on top. That's the furthest I can zoom, but yeah. Man, if there's one thing this park or garden has a lot of are gigantic statues, you know, quite a few of them all throughout. Bismarck. So in the end I had to pull out my hat, you know, just to immortalize the image of me wearing a hat, but not really. It got unbearable, guys. I mean, you know, enough my fingers are super cold. I did not want my ears cold as well, so yeah. A lot of walking in Berlin, but you know, I do feel a lot better, you know, with the cold air up my nostrils, you know, kind of unplugging you know, my stuffiness that I had, you know, ever since that train ride in Thailand. So yeah. So around 300-400 meters from that huge roundabout, you get Bellevue, Bellevue Castle. I think it's pronounced Bellevue, not sure exactly, but yeah, pretty nice, no doubt. Another gigantic building here in the park. Looked like a sports complex at the beginning, but after I looked around I found a sign that said this is actually like an art center or cinema or film or something of that sort. But it does look more like a sports complex. And the view of Berlin that you most likely have seen on the internet at one point or the other comes from the Republic Square. Gigantic building with a glass dome right there, check it out. I was gonna come here last night and take some photos as well, just because this one's really well lit up. Brandenburg Gate is like just across those trees, over those trees, but you know, I was a little bit late because of the twilight. I was moving so slow, and again, you know, because I was so cold, I just did not feel like it. Plus, that was the day I came from Australia. I was exhausted, super exhausted. And another popular place here in Berlin is the island of museums, or Museum Island, and just like the name sounds, it's just an island on the river Spree, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's packed with museums. And you have the Berlin Cathedral here as well, which is quite imposing. Check out that bronze dome is just magnificent, no doubt. But yeah, especially on a day like this where it's quite you know, muggy outside and rainy, you know, it's a good place where people can come. And if it does start raining, you know, you'll find a museum, one of many museums here to just lock yourself in for a little bit. But yeah, and here's the river itself, you know, quite large, you know. I mean, if you know, it's made for boats, it means it has a pretty decent infrastructure, no doubt. Great spot for some night photography by the river. If the church is lit up a little bit, you can get some nice reflections. So made it in front of the restaurant. It's called Mustafa's Demir's Kebab. It's located, well, I think there are two of them in the city, but this one's located by a railway. I don't know if it's a station or not, but you know, it does have that type of vibe. There's a lot of graffitis in this area, so yeah, kind of definitely, you know, something that's more of a chill place, a night place, pub place, and so on. And a whole bunch of more other restaurants in this area as well. So, you know, popular indeed. But yeah, let's go inside and check out the kebab. Okay, so this is the mix doner kebab in a wrap. I got chicken, I believe the other one's beef or something like that. It's quite decent size for 7 euros. I'll probably say almost a foot long. So you know, it's not bad for 7 euro. Got some extra spicy curry sauce, I believe it is, and we'll see how it tastes. My hands are still freezing right now from outside, so I'm giving them a little bit of time in order to warm up. But yeah, this is the interior of the place. No one right now. Actually, this was the first piece of the kebab that they cut from the big steak. So yeah. So I gotta be honest here, probably the first thing that I'll recommend if you do come to this place is the curry sauce, the spicy sauce, whatever that sauce may be, but it complements everything so well. You know, I'm a big fan of spiciness, but that sauce does indeed give it a, you know, a kick, a flavor to it. So the kebab is actually quite tasty. It's been a while since I had a kebab, you know, being in Asia and Australia. Not that many options of kebabs, but this one does have a little bit of cheese, a little bit of a lettuce, and you know, the chicken and the beef, like I said earlier, and then 3 mixes of salads, I believe. But yeah, going to devour the rest of it because I'm really hungry right now. The first meal of the day, so not sure exactly what this little sculpture, if I can call it that way, represents just in front of the cathedral, but it does complement it quite well. As for the tower right there, it's all foggy, can't see much. Guys, there's so many more other buildings or other places that I can show you in Berlin, but right now I just don't have the capacity of holding the camera. My freezing hands cannot cooperate, and I'm afraid I'm just going to drop the camera if I hold it. I'm actually holding it with 2 hands just to make sure it's just gonna stay stable, because my fingers are frozen. They're frozen. Going from 41 Celsius to 0 Celsius was not a great idea. One thing that I kept forgetting to show you guys is the amount of bear statues in Berlin. You know, the bear is the city mascot from what I know, and yeah, they have all these bears in different positions, in different colors, you know, painted and so on. So taking the risk of holding my camera with one hand here in Bellevue, Berlin, guys, it's been freezing, you know, going from 41. Again, I've done it before. I've done extreme temperature changes in a matter of hours, you know, but reversing it, going from super warm to super cold has been a first, you know, around 41 Celsius change. The biggest I've done before was going from -22 in Kazakhstan to +28 in Dubai, which was on a little layover last year that I had. So yeah, but reversing it and going from hot to cold is completely different story. So yeah, freezing, beautiful, definitely a city that I need to come in the winter. So I better put my camera in my pocket because I can feel it sliding from my hand. Gendarmenmarkt here in Berlin is also quite beautiful, and it has these two what looks like churches symmetrically on either side of the square, you know, and then this you know, building, a few statues here and there, but quite nice. I believe that from what I read, they said they have quite a few things around Christmas time in this market, in this square, and it makes it look quite nice. But even so, right now it looks spectacular. It's well kept. Again, not that many people because it's freezing cold, and this might be the last destination, the last attraction point that I'm going to show you guys, because you know, it's getting ready to you know, the sun go down, but I cannot have the capacity of you know, taking any more photos. It's just cold, you know. Again, going from 41, it's crazy, it's mind-blowing. By the time this video is gonna be released, you know, it's not gonna be, you know, winter like it is right now. But either way, you know, Berlin was awesome indeed, no doubt. Definitely needs a return in the summertime where you can enjoy it and stay out and explore it, you know, in more and more detail. And guys, that was it from Berlin. Thank you for tuning in. If you have made it so far into the episode, definitely give it a like, give it a share, leave any comments, any questions you may have down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Gratitude should be the only attitude. Stay humble, and I'll see you next time. Peace.